Every now and then I can't get
So
it
welcome
down.
to our 71, was that? No,
That was 71.
This is 72.
This is 72.
Maths is not my strong point of adventurers wanted. So just a few things before we start. This performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance, so that just means we've got a relaxed attitude to any sound or movement from audience members, just for anyone who may not be able to be sort of silent or still throughout the duration of the show. If at any point you do want to pop out, grab a drink of water, grab a seat outside, come back in whenever you want. Give me a shout if you need anything. The lights should stay like this. We are having a few lighting issues, but there will be light here all the time. So
The room lights seem to be on a timer.
yeah, it's keeping me fit. And there's no like loud bangs, but there might be some background music and stuff. So if that's all right, I will hand you over to Leo for the next hour.
Hi, I'm Leo. I'm the Games Master for this next hour and until 3 o'clock. As we continue through the Menara Jam, or Jam, as I'm told it's pronounced, we'll get to that. Just in case you're unaware of what this is, for the sake of the stream, more than anything, this is a tabletop role-playing game, which means that the three people on my left and right here have individual characters that they are playing within a fantasy realm. I play everything else in that fantasy realm. The allies they make, the friends, the enemies occasionally, and sometimes even the weather systems. The players tell me how they want to interact with the world. I tell them how the world interacts back, and sometimes we use dice to mediate, especially if the players have decided that they're going to have a little bit of internal conflict, which is what happened in the last hour.
It was a learning experience.
Yep. So we'll come to that. So the general story, just to catch you up quickly, is the players are members of the Spirit of the Horizon, a scientific research vessel which accidentally awakened an evil dead god, which tried to kill them, and so they cast an unknown spell to get them out of Dodge, and it really got them out of Dodge, flipping them into a completely new reality. And now they're questing to try and find their way back home by uniting the pieces of a magical tablet, which will help them get there. In the very last hour, the crew have had all their gunpowder nicked, stolen, by some lizard people. This world doesn't have gunpowder, so it's a very sort of a point of interest for a lot of the military forces they've been coming across. And they have decided that it would be a good idea to restore this gunpowder to get some more, otherwise they'd be defenseless, pretty much, if any ship battles happen, which they have happened. So they've been directed to the Menara Jam, this sort of very metallic, ancient stone towers that have just rise out of the sea, full of clockwork and mechanical little devices. And the Maguro live here, a species of bird-like people with bright plumages of every colour. And they've just been talking to Ratchet, one of the premier inventors of the Maguro, as well as Noggin here has been nicking some stuff, and Olmorn has been teaching her why that's a bad idea and that other people need things too. We'll get back into the story momentarily, but firstly let's meet our players. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what distinguishes them from the rest of the crew.
So I'm Isla, I'm playing Noggin, who is a gnome rogue, and I am the ship's dentist. And up till now I have been collecting / stealing a lot of shiny things, but he got me to give them all away, so I'm very upset.
Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, that's pretty obvious. My name's Ulmorn, I am the ship's cleric and chief surgeon. Up until very recently, I was your bog standard dwarf wearing lots of armor with kind of a sort of crusader-y, Lord of Lighty feel. His god in this universe is a bit more ornate, so he started wearing a feathered cloak that he is not happy about. And all of his magical effects seem to have gone very rainbow sparkly. He's not happy about it. It's not him, but if that's the way it goes, that's the way it goes, and he's going to run with it.
My name is Basil, and I'm an elf wizard, and I'm the ship's handy woman.
There we are, fantastic. As you're walking through the marketplace, Basil, just on shore leave, having a little investigate, you see Olmorn lifting up a small gnome by the ankle, shaking her out, putting her back down and giving her a stern talking to. You recognise the ship's dentist, Noggin, as the gnome. And then they go over to one of the Meguro and continue to talk to them. What do you do?
I approach them and just kind of tug on one of the feathers of
It just
Olmorn's
comes
cloak.
away.
It just comes away.
It just comes away.
It's a very loose weave.
Is everything okay?
Aye, fine.
Okay. You just seem to oh dear, I'm not good at conflict.
Oh no, don't worry. It was fine. She needed to understand that property is a right, and ergo I made her return property that she had nicked.
Okay.
It's all sorted now. We're all fine. Are you all right?
Do you mind if I just stay around? Just keep an eye on things.
Sure. Right.
I'll just stand here.
Okay.
You might be useful. We're talking to a
Right.
mechanic-y person.
You.
You know how to do stuff.
Ratchet.
Yes?
Ratchet. That's right.
Yes.
You said you would help us like reverse engineer this gunpowder
Yes.
if we did something for you. What was it?
Clankers. I need you to investigate the clankers.
What's a clanker?
You don't have clankers where you come from.
No.
They're they're the caretakers. They walk around. They walk around, little robots, and they're trying to hang on. I've got
robot.
yeah. He turns around and he whips back a curtain in his workshop,
Right.
revealing a table
Right.
with a small spherical clockwork creature on it. It's about 3 feet long. It's about the same size as a gnome. And it's open, full of cogs, and it's got arms and legs, and it was clearly a little sort of robot.
I want one. Can I have a clanker, please? I
have
asked.
absolutely no
Nicely.
idea if you can have one because I don't know what it is.
It's a
What is that?
This is a clanker. They walk around, they do things to the tower. We don't know what they're doing. We want to find out what they're doing, and we want to find out if we can expedite what they're doing so we can get on with our lives.
So they walk around and do stuff.
Yes,
What are they doing?
we don't know.
But
They
you
bang
see-
on things, they clean things, they twiddle things. They seem to be like maintenance, like I said. That's my working theory, anyway. And
I can respect that.
Like you're the Andy, Basil. You're the maintenance specialist, so you know about
Yes.
this stuff.
Yes.
Is that normal behaviour for like a maintenance crew?
Cleaning things and fixing
Aye.
things.
I don't know, do I?
Yes, that is
Right,
kind of in the job description.
right. So you want them to do more of that?
no, we want to see if we can discover a way to make them do things we want them to do.
Oh,
Have you tried talking to their union?
What? Sorry?
Union.
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 Union. Union.
It negotiates for higher pay with the management.
Oh, we don't pay them.
I must speak to one of these clankers immediately.
Well, yes, we would like you to do exactly that. Speak to.
you want us to
follow
speak
the
to a robot. Want to speak to a yeah, one of them. Right, gotcha.
This
You
one
want
is not good with words, is it? No.
You want us to speak to one of these row things?
Clankers. We call them clankers.
Clankers. You want us to speak to a clanker about union pay?
No. I don't want you to speak to them about.
You do.
I
Right.
don't even know what union pay is.
Hang on, we've already introduced the concept of gunpowder to the society. Adding unionship to that too, there's a very slippery slope. Right. Where can we find one apart from this one that you've smashed to pieces?
I think the union would definitely put a stop to that.
Did you smash this one to pieces?
I had someone smash it to pieces for me. I was at a dead end. I needed to investigate.
Are these things alive? Did you kill a living thing?
I don't know yet.
Hang on. So we may be party to murder already.
We've
I wouldn't
killed
call
lots
it-
of things so far.
Only in self-defense.
You
Only in self-defense.
Make,
I've only killed in self-defense.
no, you have. No, I'm not talking about deception.
Okay.
Those of you who want to try and ascertain whether this is alive or not, make an investigation check, or Basil, you might want to make an Arcana check instead.
Yeah, definitely do.
Now, I'm good at clockworky things because I do the tinker
You do
thing,
have advantage
so-
on this roll, yes.
Thank you. 16,
21.
23.
23. 3. Well, it has arms and legs. Alive things have arms and legs.
I mean, you two are the authorities here. This looks like a sculpture gone horribly wrong.
Basil, you look into the robot, and you see a small gem right at its heart, which obviously has been sculpted for magical purposes. It is currently mundane. Its magic spent, but you feel like this is probably what was driving it. Whereas Noggin, you look at the rest of the workings and you immediately see that this is clearly an automated system. It's running on clockwork, all of it, and all these intricate gears teeth up into one another, and it doesn't look like there's any organic tissue here. It looks fully automated.
Doesn't look like it's alive. It looks like one of my little clockwork toys.
Ah,
I
all
want
right.
one.
I understand. That. So it's like bigger versions of your clockwork stuff.
But run by magic, probably.
Right. Do we think they can communicate?
Worth a try?
Where can we find one of these things?
Well, if you hang around with a little patience, one will just come past. Like I
Right.
said, they often just wander through and tinker with things. Otherwise, they seem to have their home. Perhaps this is what you call their union. I'm not sure. Am I using that right?
No, but go on.
They have that in the old clock tower.
Right.
And he points out of the side of this aerated floor, and you can see this, for the first time paying attention, you can see this tower that's about 5 floors taller than most of the other towers around, large, made entirely of metal, whereas the rest of the towers have been the synthesis of sort of ancient stone held up with patchwork metal. This one is just a metal tube with a beautiful domed roof, and then on the top of that, a clock that doesn't appear to be moving.
Am I right in assuming that we have never seen anything like this before?
Yes. And all of the towers interlock with one another. The entire thing looks like it's a clockwork mechanism, and it goes down into the sea below you. They're not on an island. These
Right.
towers just come out of the sea.
Right. Okay. I mean, should we go there, or should we look at one? Should we go find one? I mean, what do you lot think?
Yes, let's go to the clock tower.
Okay.
Go straight there. Right. I mean, let's head back down through the marketplace and back to the ship, I suppose. And
If I find one and train one, can I have one?
Who are you talking to?
Talking to the...
To Ratchet?
Yeah.
Train one? Train one?
Oh, sort it out so it's mine.
Well, they're just annoying me. There seems to be an abundance of them. Feel free to take them off my feathers.
See, I asked, and they said yes. So
I'm very approving.
good.
Just
Off we go.
as I don't give you verbal approval each time doesn't mean I don't approve of it.
I just need to make sure I'm doing the right thing now.
Which is
because
why you're checking in,
clearly
and I
wasn't
approve of
before.
that. Parenting 101.
Parenting a 35-year-old gnome.
I'm 210.
Well, there you are.
There you go.
Actually, how old would she be?
I'm not sure. I don't have an age here, so
Gnomes.
let's go 35. It's fine.
Gnomes
Fine.
age at
They
about 200 years they get to.
Yeah, they age slower than humans. So
Whereas dwarves go up to about, what, 350, 400?
it doesn't matter.
It's very nerdy.
That got very noodly there, didn't it? That's not storytelling at all. So you head back down into the marketplace, and can I roll? Can you get perception checks from me, please?
16.
12.
14.
14. Noggin. Olmorn is desperately trying to get down the stairs without knocking anybody off again. Basil is stuck behind him as he's doing this.
She.
Um,
Sorry, go on.
yeah, that was you.
Sorry, I just thought you got the general. Sorry, go on.
You managed to slip ahead and down to the marketplace, which gives you a second to just take your breath, have a look around at all the shinies that you can no longer just take. Or maybe you can.
Well, I have got 50 gold pieces
Oh, okay, so maybe you can pay for some of them.
that I stole from a pirate ship.
That didn't come up. That... I shook her for a very long time.
You did!
I
You
forgot
did.
about that.
This was tied to her belt, clearly. And,
I'm not there. I can't comment.
I'm going to go and buy some pretty cogs.
as you move across the floor of the marketplace, this bottom floor, you see a vosu, a fox-like humanoid creature, pull out a weapon and start running across the floor towards the entrance where you came in, where one of the massive platforms sort of cogs up with another of the big platforms. And behind her run four of the creatures you know as Ariag, these huge, hairy creatures that covered in this long brown fur-like substance, and they're all carrying these big clubs, and they all seem to be off to hurt something.
Right.
We've not noticed this. No.
Off to hurt something.
And then as you stand there thinking about it, Olmorn and Basil rejoin you.
Guys, something's happening. I don't know
We're in a
what.
marketplace. There's a lot of stuff happening.
No, there were weapons and people running and bad
right.
things, hurty things.
Well, let's go and have a look.
You go out of the tower, and just on the adjoining of the two towers
The two towers.
is a small combat going on. Sometimes towers come in twos. Is a small combat going on.
Oh no! What's going on?
You see these five creatures, 4 Ariag, 1 Vosu, ganging up on one of these clankers and just hitting it with clubs.
Oi, 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 oi! Whoa, whoa! Wait a minute! What's going on here?
We're getting rid of this clanker! Join in!
No! We're supposed to look after him. I cast Shield of Faith on the bloody clanker.
Okay, sure. Yeah, and their clubs suddenly stop doing damage, and the clanker pushes through them and just keeps on. It appears to have not noticed. It just dunk, 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 just walks towards the marketplace.
I want to go and grab the clanker.
Okay.
It has got +2 to AC.
What?
So-
Yeah. No, thank you. What are you attempting to do here?
Just stop it from moving.
Roll a strength check. What was that?
6.
Sorry?
6.
I have a -1 strength.
I don't even really need to check. Yeah, no.
Stop!
Yeah, no, it's dragging you along. It's surprisingly strong.
Is this you shouting "Love me"? As it is?
A big hug.
You're holding on to its rounded spherical body, but you keep just slipping off, and it just goes dunk, dunk, dunk towards the marketplace.
Right. I turn to the Vosu and say, "What's going on?"
We have been hired to stop those clankers from getting into the marketplace and bothering the Maguro.
Right. Well, we've just been hired to look into what's going on with the clankers, so our job supersedes yours.
This is ridiculous.
Really?
We'll keep an eye on the clanker and make sure he doesn't bother anyone.
Make a persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion? 5!
No, I'm sorry, I've got a reputation to uphold. I am going to stop that clanker. And her Ariag thugs go around you and just chase the thing, trying to hit it with its clubs.
Hang on. Patience, please.
I may be able to stop it if it's being run by magic with dispel magic.
Yeah.
Yes,
Probably would,
I
yeah.
could try that.
So you cast Dispel Magic on the clanker, and suddenly it just...
Yeah, I stopped it!
Look, right, it's stopped now. We need to investigate it. It's not going to do any more harm, so why don't you leave us to it?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, great. My best skill.
It's not. It's worse.
Really not. That's a critical failure anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Technically a 0, because it's 1 minus 1, so 0.
Wow. The Vosu looks at you and goes, "No, we'll be taking this upstairs to Ratchet, and then I will have words with him."
Hang on. Ratchet's the one who hired us to come and investigate it.
And then I will be having words with him about hiring competitive firms for the same job.
We're not a bloody firm.
There should be some kind of laws about this.
Like union laws.
That was the callback. And her 2 Ariag thugs lift up the clanker. Are you still
No,
Yes,
they don't.
I'm still holding on
With-
to it.
No,
with
they
Noggin
don't.
holding
No,
on
they
to it.
don't. I cast Sanctuary on the clanker.
You cast Sanctuary on the clanker.
I cast
So
Sanctuary
they-
on the clanker.
So they need to pass wisdom saving throws, correct?
DC 15.
One of them is fine.
Okay.
And he just continues to, like, one of them goes, "Oh, I cannot touch it!" And the other
Touch not the glove. What the hell was
touch
that?
not the orb! And the other one just looks at him like, "You're being an Aegis," and pulls the clanker along.
Madam, what is your name?
My name is Ember.
Right. Ember. What is it with you lot of names? Ember, I see we're on different sides of this argument. You can take it upstairs to Ratchet and get your, I presume, bounty?
I mean, we're on a retainer, but yeah.
Right, there you go.
Are you sure I can't give you a leaflet?
What? A leaflet pertaining to what?
Okay, so what you do is you and all the other people who do the work like you do get together so that you can get better conditions. Because if you
This is
all
in
say
character.
none of you work for Ratchet unless he pays you better, then he doesn't get any work.
Are you talking about a guild?
Oh, is that what it's called here? Oh, okay.
We have guilds.
Okay,
yeah.
I won't give you a leaflet then.
Is there a guild of thuggery? Is that what you're in?
We're a protection service.
Aye. Protection service.
No, not like that. We actually protect people.
Right, look, it don't matter. You can have the clanker and take him up to Ratchet and get your pay. That's totally fine. Before you do, can we take like 5-10 minutes to have a look at it and try and work out what it's all about?
Persuasion check. Why is it him doing this all?
Why? Why? 16.
Okay. 5 minutes. And she looks and
That's the best I'm gonna get. I know that. So
she starts counting in her head, like she's clearly going 1.
I understand. I'm
Two.
a tiny dwarf wearing a ludicrous outfit. I understand.
3.
Right, let's look it over.
Right.
What do we need to know?
Um,
I am next to useless in this situation.
whether it's got any...
I wanna
what the
try and
magic
fix
is
it.
doing.
Could you like turn the magic back on?
Yeah, I could certainly try.
Excellent.
Roll an Arcana check.
21.
It's certainly magic that you've heard of before. Back home, people used to animate suits of armor for fun. It's that kind of thing. It's the same sort of spell. You never learned that spell. You thought it was a little bit frivolous and perhaps not something that you should be worrying about.
So we can ask it what it's doing anyway.
Well, I'm gonna try
You're gonna
and
try and fix
tinker
it.
with it, and all I can do is make it walk and make a noise. So
Sure. Okay. Roll a tinkering check. So just add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Could you not like cast like something
be
into
3.
it to make it go?
so that's
Like
14.
you know, like a
14 total.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
would lightning make it go? Apparently, lightning makes things go.
So you Where did you learn that? So you unscrew the back of the
We've got
clanker.
gunpowder. I assume we have some kind of basic
You don't
gyratory
necessarily
system.
have Mary Shelley.
Like a gyratory pump system somewhere. I don't know.
You
Fly casual. I've no idea.
You open the back of the clanker and you very quickly comprehend how the cogs go, and you just push one of the cogs and it takes one step forward.
I worked out how it walks.
Congratulations. Can we make it reanimate?
Okay.
If so, I may be able to talk to it.
Okay. Should we try lightning bolt?
Why not?
Sure.
Well,
I hear a rumour that if you put something on the end of a kite, it'll make the kite go faster or something. I don't know.
Clearly don't have Benjamin Franklin either.
Why would we? We're an 11th century outfit.
True.
I'm not quite sure what I do.
Just say you want to cast
Yeah,
it.
I just want to cast
Cast
it.
lightning bolt. You
And
cast.
then
jump out of the
clanker.
way.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
I shout to everyone around. If everyone could just step back a lot.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me, please?
17.
The Maguro thugs see what you're doing, and they help you create a sort of gangway, ushering the Maguro that are flowing through this area to the left and the right. So you have your 60 foot of clear.
Right,
Can
everyone
I-
stand back.
Can I take the cog that makes it walk so that when it reanimates, it
It
doesn't
can't walk.
Yeah.
Yes, you remove one cog.
One cog.
Put one walking clanker cog. Now, Noggin, did you ask anybody to take that cog?
No, I did not.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Against what? I'm not looking at it.
You're not
13.
going to have a look?
I'm
What's your passive perception?
my passive.
Oh no.
My passive perception is 17.
You notice Noggin fiddling around in the inside, and she takes something out and pockets it, and then closes the door and gets out of the way.
Noggin,
Yes.
did you take anything out of that clanker there?
Yes.
Do you want to put it back?
No, it was to help. It was to help. I took the walkie thing so that when she goes and then it goes then it's not going to be able to walk, and then it will stay and we can talk to it. Helping.
Yeah, you're right. That seems like a good idea.
Thank you.
This is what we call a good use of your abilities. Later, we'll be discussing how to use them in a social context.
And
Please
I
continue.
cast lightning.
In a crowded marketplace,
Roll
shoot a
with-
lightning bolt
Roll
at
with
a robot.
advantage.
Okay.
Roll with advantage.
What
So roll your d20, your icosahedron, twice, and take the highest number.
11.
I don't think that hits.
He's standing still!
Did you add your attack modifier there?
Oh.
No, you didn't.
No.
Right, that's why it
Your
doesn't.
spell attack modifier is up here.
It's 8. It should be 8.
8. It's not been written.
In fact, it might even be higher than 8 because you're level 8 now.
There's plus 4, plus 3. No, it's 7, not 8.
Plus 1 focus.
Oh, yeah, 8. It's plus 8.
There we go. Again, noodly for a moment there. Yeah, she is. Yeah, and you definitely do hit it. Roll damage, which I believe is 3.
8d6.
8d6.
8d6 there. That's 8.
Do you want some more d6s?
Which one's the D?
It's a normal dice, love.
It's the normal one. It's the normal one. There are 3 more.
Want another one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I thought it was 6.
Oh,
Oh, it's
good catch.
8d6.
Oh,
So all of those plus 1.
okay, so
And re-roll one of them.
8, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 22.
22.
22.
Is the clanker eviscerated?
That's a good word for it.
Does lightning eviscerate people?
The lightning bolt courses through the metal, and it's one of the better lightning bolts you've ever cast in your life, to be honest. And you feel a moment of artisanal pride.
And there's Maguro in the back just going,
And the Maguro explodes.
The Maguro
Sorry, not the Maguro, that was your fault. The clanker explodes, and it just goes everywhere. Bits of it fall in the sea, cogs everywhere, bronze plates hit it. Can everybody roll a dexterity saving throw, please?
no.
25.
25, that's good, you're out of the way.
13.
Yep, you see what's about to happen, you go, ah!
8.
You are struck by a brass plate, Olmorn, for 2 bludgeoning damage. And various Maguro also don't manage to get out of the way. One of the Ariag is struck by cog shrapnel. It's a pretty horrendous event, actually, all told.
All right. I think we've learned a lesson here.
And Ember just looks at you and just goes... Well, now what am I going to do? I can't take it up to Ratchet, can I?
I go around and start healing everyone up.
Yeah, sure.
I go around and collect some cogs.
I go round going, sorry, so sorry, so sorry, really sorry, ever so sorry.
Right, what have we learned?
Noggin, you get 5 usable cogs. The rest
I
of
think
them
what we've learned is that lightning does not make roll thingies go.
No.
Aye.
Should we go to the clock tower? Far away from all these people.
Aye, we could do. That makes sense. Are there any other clankers around we can not blow up and not let people fight to death? Can we start from the bloody beginning of talking to one of these things? Because that building looked bloody intimidating.
Roll a perception check.
Right.
Did we see if they had the ability to talk when we were looking at the things?
No, you didn't.
did not
Nobody
see.
ever asked me about the ability to talk.
I rolled a
Oh,
natural
well.
20 again.
A natural 20.
A natural 20.
Fantastic. A critical success. in
Oh,
fact.
natural 20 is a protected term. Yeah, I rolled a critical success here.
So you see another clanker. It's coming out of the marketplace.
Right. I point to
walking
us and go,
with
yo,
follow-
look at that one. See that one? That's mine. You do not touch it. You can have it afterwards. I want to talk to it before anything happens, before anyone breaks it, or it stops moving, or someone dispels it. You got it?
Would you like that to be intimidation or persuasion?
Neither.
Persuasion.
How come you're allowed to have a clanker?
I don't want the... That's a 2.
She goes, we'll see who gets to it first, big boy. And just runs.
I cast something on her to make her not do that. Are we near the water?
We are near the water. You're outside between 2 of the towers currently.
No, that's far too production. That's going to destroy the entire town. That's a bad idea.
What was it, shatter?
No, control water, mate. I can flood areas. That would have been a problem.
Not good.
No.
Not a good idea.
No. Can I try and grapple her? Can I just try and grapple
Yeah,
her?
sure.
I'm relatively strong.
Okay, she didn't roll well, so
Good.
you have a chance.
Aye, that's a 21.
Oh yeah, you get her.
Can I grab her by the tail?
Oh, that's cruel.
She's hacking me right off.
She starts to run, and you just whip your hand out and catch her tail, and she goes, "Wah!" And just falls backwards.
Repeat. Let us talk to it first, then you're welcome to it. But no one cast anything on it. No one do anything until I've had a chance to talk to it.
And she's just nursing her side. She really has like a bruised thigh. She went down quite hard, and the Ariaga trying to help her up. And she looks up at you and goes, "You, sir, are a bastard," and just walks off.
Before she goes, touch her, and my healing magic now looks like a beam of rainbows coming out my hand. I've accepted it. I'm moving on. And I heal up the bruise on her leg.
And as you try to go and do that, she bats your hand away and goes, "I don't need your magic," and pops a health potion and drinks it as she walks off.
Fine. Making friends.
Have you taken
Making
some
friends.
spell points off for healing the crowd, by the way?
I'm taking them all off.
Fantastic. So this clanker is just methodically walking down the steps. The Maguro behind it are like tutting and trying to get past, but they're carrying things. It's really getting in their way. It's really getting in their way.
Right. Can I walk up to it and go, hello, I'm Ulmorn. Hello.
It just walks
Tunk, tunk.
into you. It just walks into you and continues to try.
Is it trying to walk through me,
Yeah,
past
it
me?
is trying to walk through you.
Is it getting past me?
No.
Right. So it's not going anywhere.
I don't know, unless you want to let it get past you.
No.
Roll a strength check. I mean,
Please.
it hasn't got a great strength.
No, didn't roll very well. It's an 8.
Oh, it's stronger than you think it is. It
almost
rolled
it.
an 11.
Let's try and talk to it or engage with it or summit. Let's find out what's going on with these things.
Maybe we tried knocking in Morse code on its head.
No, that seems like a good plan. You should do that.
Okay. I don't know Morse code.
What is Morse code?
Oh,
It's a very esoteric way of communicating between ships using light that the elves use, but the dwarves don't really.
Oh no! I mean that's namby-pamby stuff. That is. No, I wouldn't.
I give it a wave, and then I put out my hand and say, I'm Noggin.
And it just walks into you. Can we roll a strength check, please?
11.
11. It walks into you, and it just stops at your chest, and you're getting a big metal hug right now.
Oh,
Right, enough of this
it's
nonsense.
my friend, see?
I cast tongues. And see if it has any kind of ability to communicate in any fashion whatsoever.
No.
It's a waste of a third level spell. Fine.
It seems to be operating off of some kind of intelligence that you've never come across before. So if it looks like it's doing complex tasks, it's actually just automated.
Right.
maybe we should follow it and see what it's doing, where it's going.
That seems
If
sensible.
we can't ask it.
Okay.
Do you let it? Did you get out of its way? Although, by the way, on the stairs behind you, there's a bunch of Maguro going. Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me!
But a very
Excuse
important
me!
business meeting!
Excuse me! Just imagine that, but about half a dozen of them.
Yeah, I'll
Right,
take.
alright.
It's like the worst beeping horns you've ever heard.
Here's what we'll do. We'll follow it. It's a good plan. See where it goes. I'm guessing it's probably going back to that big clock tower, but let's see if we can glean more from what it's doing. That might be a good plan. What do you think?
Okay.
Yes, let's prove that.
Right.
Fantastic. And it goes across the marketplace. It's walking painfully slowly.
I'm going to imitate its walk. I think it looks fun.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Awesome. And it goes.
I've realised that cloak's been trailing on the floor for this entire
It
hour, and
has.
there's feathers everywhere.
There's feathers everywhere, and the bottom
And it's like those boa.
filthy.
It's like those feathers you get on like a boa, and they're just sort of these little ones that they're all everywhere, like the cabaret herpes. And you just
But the thanks. The children Maguro have been following you around, picking them up and putting them in their own feathers.
How come they're allowed to have the things? Why don't you tell them off?
that stuff I dropped. That they're welcome to that. That's detritus.
Detritus! 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 Everybody, my new name is Detritus!
Stop using long words with Maguro. So we're following this thing, walking very, very slowly. Arms across, just like.
Yeah, sure. Whereas Noggin's having great fun. Basil, what are you just? What are you up to? Just following along. And it goes to the steps that lead down into the flooded sections of the tower,
Oh, that's fine. I can handle floods.
and then walks down, and slowly disappears underneath the water.
How high's the
And
water level
continues
around
to
here?
go down. So, the bottom of this, what you would consider the bottom of this tower, ground level, is actually not the bottom floor of this tower. The tower continues for a good few stories further down. And, yeah.
Right.
And I thought this was clear. The tower's just come out of the sea.
No,
Apologies.
I just worked out what that means for following something that walks.
Yes.
Great, okay.
And it goes down the first couple of steps of this flight down, which are dry, and then it just walks down onto the next level, whatever is down there. You can't quite see through.
So
the
we're
water.
literally standing in the ocean.
Well, I don't know. Did you follow it down the steps?
How deep's the water?
It's flooded. The rest of the so
As in, if the floor above us there's no water, and the floor beneath us there's floor, then there's water, then there's a bit above it. How flooded is this level?
completely.
Oh, all the way up to the top.
Yeah, the steps. There's 3 or 4 steps before it's just water.
How many of us can breathe water?
Not without help.
No, me neither.
I have no idea. I've tried.
I cast control water. Knew this would come in handy.
Bubble.
I cause water in the area to move apart and create a trench. The trench extends across the spell's area, which is 100 feet.
Okay.
Cube. 100-foot cube.
100-foot cube.
Yep. So I part the water, and I can hold this for up to 10 minutes, and it's concentration. So.
Okay, cool. So the water parts magically, and you get a lot of attention for this. The Meguro...
There are Meguro in the flooded section?
No, this is the ground floor. So this is the marketplace. You're in the marketplace. It was just walking through down the steps.
Oh, so we're at the
into
top of the
flooded-
steps and we're watching it go underwater.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm literally parting the water, just...
And the Meguro just all around you go, magic! And they think it's fantastic.
Lovely.
100-foot cubes extended below you,
It's just a 100-foot cube.
around you.
It's just a 100-foot cube, 100-foot cube of water.
Yeah, where would you like it focused?
From this point down.
Yes, so below you, yeah.
And
That's what I
across,
figured.
so I can cover as much ground as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, in 10 minutes, and this thing is bloody slow.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And the clanker is completely unfazed by this. You can now hear it again, clanking down the steps, and you can see it again, and it's dripping slightly.
What's
but-
this flooded bit like?
So it's the stones here and the mortar. Now that you've unflooded it, look incredibly unstable.
Good, right, that's good.
Yeah, it's been underwater for however many centuries.
I mean, to put it in context, I'm not parting like 100 foot's worth of water just going, the ocean is now got a hole in it. It's more like a very specific channel where we need to
right,
be.
okay. I'm sorry, I hadn't, because when you said 100-foot cube, I was just
Oh,
like,
like
right.
the entire block. No, it's sort of keeping a channel where we need to go.
For 100 feet.
I'm just sort of keeping it around me.
Okay.
Like, I can just control it, so I could make it wider, but I want to keep it quite tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Oh, I see.
I don't want to
you're
displace.
not going
I don't want to displace the ocean.
Right, okay. So you just follow this.
Yeah.
You
I imagine it sort of walks into a wall of water and then there's a wall of water. Keeps going
Yeah,
on.
okay, yeah,
So we've got
absolutely.
enough space to move and not worry too much about breathing.
Absolutely. Roll perception checks for everybody while you're down on this next floor. Yes,
23.
Thank you.
26.
26.
23.
Wow.
We see
Wow.
everything.
You see a lot. So there's a lot of fish around here.
What a surprise.
You're in the ocean,
Yeah.
but they look quite violent. These fish have sharp teeth.
Oh.
They're piranha-like. And one of them even comes for you, Noggin, but it falls to the floor in the middle of this controlled
I
water
reach down
bubble.
and sort of kick it back into the water.
And you see a channel moving around in the water that seems unnatural. It seems like not like the rest of the water. The rest of the water obviously has the same sort of undulating flow that the sea tends to have, just a gentle swish back and forth. But this is a jet stream that moves up the stairs, past the clanker.
Oh, some kind of check for sentience, please.
Insight. Roll an insight check.
That is 7.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do this?
Should I check for magic or?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be a
I
magical
check for
creature.
magic.
Is this Arcana?
Yeah, 18.
This is not arcane, but it is sentient. And as it moves through a school of these fish, and the fish sort of get caught up in it, and it moves around the clanker through some more fish that get caught up in it, and it's heading straight for you. This jet stream, this weird, this almost looks like a twister in the water.
Right. I mean, I know what that is, but my character doesn't, so... great. Control water doesn't affect water elementals, does it?
No.
Shit. Well, in character, I'm looking at going, I don't know what this is, but maybe ready your weapons, lads?
Yep.
Okay.
Lasses.
Yeah, they're both women. I know, I said lads anyway. He's not the most PC either.
And it... So, explain to me exactly how much around you have space.
Well, I'm regretting his decision, but it's about a 10-foot cube, Leo.
So this is why it was important.
I agree.
This is why
I agree. It's a 10-foot cube, Leo.
Which means that the two of you are right up on Olmod. And then suddenly, the water around you, as this jet stream flips around the edge of the cube, just starts growing fist-like appendages that come in and start battering the both of you.
Do I get a surprise round to push the control water spell out to the absolute limits of
Did you
its...
see that catch?
I did, it was amazing. To the absolute limits of its width, which would be 100 feet.
You do not get a surprise round to do that. It gets a surprise round on you.
Damn.
But you can do that at the top of your turn, which is going to probably be in the next episode
Booger.
of Adventurers Wanted. And as the three of you watch this water elemental with fish caught up in it, these horrible piranha-like fish caught up in it, that's where we're going to leave this hour of Adventurers Wanted. And I'll hand back over to Kat. Are you metagaming there, sir?
No, it's what I'm going to do, and it's delicious.
Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. As I was saying, we are on for 250 hours altogether. There's still plenty, bless you, more to go. So if you guys fancy coming back to watch or to play, then please do book in, spread the word. We're on like every day from 10 to 3 and then 5 to 10, so 10 hours every day apart from the 24th and 25th. So yeah, feel free.
That's a spare seat for a guest player.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Know that. Right.
Yeah, so if you want to play, definitely come back. You just need to do it on the Sweet website.
Or
Yeah,
box office downstairs is
Yeah.
absolutely fine too.
But yeah, please do feel free to come back and join.
Fantastic.
Do you guys want to plug any
Is
shows?
there anything you wanna
We can do
plug?
a couple of minutes.
Any shows of you or a friend are working on?
I'm in a show.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Perfect.
Actually, just around the corner from here at 7:10 every night, except for Wednesdays, so it's not on tonight, but it's called Roaming Collisions, and it's a clowning show about 3 aliens who crash on Earth and try to make friends.
That sounds
Awesome.
That sounds
Awesome.
great.
And I'll pick one. I'm a freelance PR. I work on a ton of shows up here. The one I'm pitching today is called This Is Not Culturally Significant. It's on at quarter to midnight. Most days. It takes some days off for reasons that will become readily apparent. One man naked on stage for an hour playing 17 different roles. Sounds like it could be trashy. It's incredibly powerful, engaging theatre. It's the kind of thing you watch and go, I don't believe I'm watching this. It's amazing. So cool. Gilliblin at the museums, 23:45 most days at the Fringe. Give it a go.
So thank you so much. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. It's Adventurers250, and we are streaming, as you might have known, on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted. So tune in. Please pop back if you fancy it.
Definitely will.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks
Thank you
for
so much for
coming.
coming.
Yeah.
Hugely
Yeah.
appreciated.
You guys got to get some Cola Cold going, I think.
Oh,
Cone
that's
of
a
Cold,
classic.
that is a good
That
shout.
is a
That is a
classic.
good shout.
Sorry,
Do you
that's
have Cone of
classic,
Cold?
isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't.
Bugger.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Thank you for coming.
I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, slightly